All right, hello and welcome to the weather update. It's almost 10 o'clock. Again, we do these weather updates later because the models come in later now because of daylight savings. So we had a decent amount of sunshine as we got to the afternoon, but you did have a lot of these. This is along the South Shore. We had a lot of these scud clouds, obviously, with an air mass like this. You're not really going to get a deep blue sky, but there was a decent amount of sunshine, a little bit of blue sky in the afternoon, but very warm today. In the evening, we were completely overcast in the evening with that stratus layer. This is kind of like what it looked like along the water in Rockville Center. So, with that, let's go and look at the latest model. Let's go to the National Weather Service and first of all, see if there were any record highs across the area today being reported by the National Weather Service. And I don't think there were any record highs. 5 hours. I don't think any records. They're not noting any records here. But these were all the highs today. Well, these are the current temperatures at 4:05. So at 4 o'clock this afternoon, it kind of tells a story. Out east at Brookhaven, 62. New London, Eastern Connecticut, 58. But LaGuardia was 72. Meriden, Inland Connecticut, 72. Newark was 74. Of course, New Jersey, the hottest spot. Republic Airport and Farmingdale was 63. Kabreski Airport was 60. So you get a chance. Central Park was 72. Kennedy was 57. Look at the difference between Kennedy and Central Park there. It's pretty substantial there. MacArthur Airport 60. Montauk Airport 56. Orange County Airport 71. Teterboro Airport 72. And these aren't the highs. Those were the current temperatures. So we're going to go to the highs next. I guess there weren't any records broken today. I don't see anything here about that. So we'll double check on that. But let's look at the weather current conditions right now that we got across the area. Do have dense fog advisories in effect for the coastline. And you can see temperatures have dropped. We are around 50 degrees. South Shore in the upper 40s. 48 at, actually it's 46 at Islip. Putting the dew point in there, you'll see 46 with the dew point of 46. Much warmer in the city. Central Park 55. Let's see Jersey. Also still in the mid 50s. Much warmer there. 58 still at Lakehurst with a dew point of 51. So gives you an idea of what it was like. So let's go look at Islip's weather today. We'll look at Islip's weather. So let's take a look and see what it was like at Islip throughout the day. And you can see out east they got to the mid 60s. Pretty warm. Not a record. I guess 68 was the high at Islip. Note the dew points, though, in the 50s, so it was a little dampness in the air today. Yeah, humidity, dampness. Shouldn't have that at all in March, at all whatsoever. But we did. Let's go down and look at Farmingdale. Farmingdale Airport, they got up to 66, so it was cooler there. We, I think, got up to 70 in Mineola. I think we eclipsed 70. You can see there was some haze. You can see mist. I think it's part of the reason it was cooler because the clouds lingered a little more out there. Sun didn't really come out until late morning. It was only like one of those days where the sun just breaks through the clouds there. That's kind of like a summery type of pattern almost, or a late spring type pattern that you have. Looking at West Hampton where, let's see, they probably had even cooler temperatures out there. Yeah, they only got up to 60. Well, they managed to get up to 64. You can see, though, temperatures quickly dropped with the sea breeze. Meanwhile, if we go and we look at places like Lakehurst, the other extreme here, let's look at Lakehurst. I don't think Miller Air Park is reporting. We'll go ahead and look at Lakehurst. Actually, Miller Air Park is reporting, but we'll go ahead and we'll look at Miller Air Park first. Because let's see what they have. Oh, they're missing a lot of observations again. But you see, much warmer there. They're missing a lot of observations. So let's go to Lakehurst. It's a very hot spot, Lakehurst. It's west of Toms River, about 7 miles west of Toms River. So let's see, 75 there was the high. You can see there, no sea breeze at all. None. Still no sea breeze. So they had the mist too in the morning though, and then the sunshine. A lot of people were dealing with the mist. We'll go over the satellite in a moment. You can see that. So let me put the high temperatures on the screen here for this whole thing here. Go to historical, and we'll go look at the high temperatures today. And you can see the story here. Jersey, 75 there in Ocean County. If you see that 75 there at the bottom of the screen. 75 in, looks like Monmouth Airport there. 66 at Farmingdale, 66 to the high at ISIP, 65 at Brookhaven, 64. And, of course, we had more like 72. So we probably got up to 70s here in Mineola. You can see 73 being reported in Mineola, 72 in Central Park. So not a huge difference between Mineola and the city during the day, at least. But still, even out east on the North Shore in the central part of the island, 71 in Ridge there, 70 in Manorville. So unless you're on the South Shore, and Islip Airport is, and the airports are a little bit toward the South Shore. They aren't really in the middle of the island. Anything like south of the LIE, especially south of the LIE and Suffolk, is more toward the South Shore. When you're looking at New Jersey, you can see it got pretty hot there. I'm going to discount that 79, but 75 at Miller Air Park, 76 around Lakehurst. So very, very warm over there. Very warm. Still warmer there than here. Even warmer there than New York City. It's just very hot there. New Jersey is a hot place, and it is the fastest warming state in the country, if you didn't know that already. Which I've said that. Well, I say that a lot lately. So let's go to the one ground map. We're going to look at some more stations, because I always like to go over this on these type of days where we see these variations. And you can sort of see already how much warmer it is in New Jersey, even at this hour. 50s and even 60s. Look at this. 60s still going on in central Jersey, central West Jersey there, and eastern Pennsylvania, which is nuts. For us, we've got upper 40s in the South Shore to around 50. So let's go ahead and look at weather station here in Mineola. So we'll look at this one here, and we'll see what it was like in Mineola today. So here, they got up to 73, and you could see once that sun broke through, we shot up into the 70s, and we were in the 70s right until around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then it started dropping. Note the dew point's not that low, so it was kind of a little damp out there, making it feel a little more brutal. And if you look at the wind direction, west winds most of the day. All right, so sea breeze things didn't really start dropping here until after 5 o'clock, and then things started dropping into the 50s. All right, compare that with somewhere else like Rockville Center. And I'm sure it was a lot cooler there. So let's see what Rockville Center was. So 69. They still got up to near 70. Still got up to near 70, but right around 3, you can see how the temperatures dropped much quicker. But they still dropped pretty decent. They still got up there, though. That's because there really wasn't look what happened with the wind. There wasn't really a sea breeze until really after 6 o'clock at Rockville Center. All right, so even the western part of the South Shore got up there, but I think as we head further east, I think it'll be cooler. Let's go ahead and look at Channel 12 South Shore's favorite town, Massapequa. So, yeah, it was only 62 there, much cooler. So, a much shorter peak of warmth, and then it dropped much quicker. That's also had to do with those clouds that I showed you in the beginning of the video. They kind of started moving in earlier. I noticed when I looked toward the east, I saw them. So, if you were east, you had probably more of the clouds. Meanwhile, if you were north, on the North Shore, let's pick one of the hottest places in Nassau County, which is Glen Cove. Glen Cove is known to be pretty hot. 76, hit 75, 76 there, very warm. Glen Cove is a very hot area of Long Island, so 75, 76, and then it did wind up dropping toward the after 6 o'clock there, but it was pretty hot there. It's pretty hot. All right, we'll go further east now, and we'll look at, let's see how Deer Park did, or that says Huntington Station, that's not right. Deer Park. We'll look at the difference between Deer Park and Babylon. So they got up to 60. A little cooler out there than here. A little bit cooler. It's still pretty warm. All right. You compare that to the Babylon. Where if you're in Babylon, only 59. The high was only 59 in Babylon. Yeah, so they stayed nice and cool. All right. Now let's go further out east. Go to North Patchogue. can see it's even cooler out there right now. 67. So yeah, he got up there though. 67 inland. Once you're in a little bit north, get up to 67, and then you can see that drop with the sea breeze. But it didn't really get going until like after 6 o'clock. 5 to 5, 6 o'clock. Meanwhile, if you compare that to right on the water and Preppy Blue Point, let's take a look at Preppy Blue Point here. Friends of the Blue Point Preserve. Let's see what we have over there. So only 56 there, so much cooler when you're right along the water. They never got out. I don't think they ever got out of that fog. They were in it for a good part of the day, so they got to stay nice and cool. When you go inland again, it's much warmer. So if we look at the Pine Barrens here in Ridge, (73.8). So much warmer when you got inland. So the South Shore is the place to be. You had to be on the South Shore. Preferably Montauk Highway or south. That's where the sea breeze really kept the temperatures down. So let's go take a look at current satellite imagery, and you can see the clouds coming in, all these high clouds. So you also have the lower clouds also that were coming in. So this is the high-resolution satellite today. And you'll note, looking at Long Island here, you'll note those clouds right along the South Shore. This was the fog here. That was around there. Obviously, Jersey didn't see that. And you can see it kind of hung out along the South Shore, and that helped keep the temperatures down quite a bit. This is going a little later into the afternoon. And it finally relented a little bit, but still hung out a little bit on the South Shore there. All right. So it kept the temperatures down from there and on the east end, too. So you could sort of see that fog there. All right, that hung out along the South Shore, keeping the temperatures down. That helped. Whereas the areas inland, obviously, not only were they inland, but they had plenty of sun, and that helped the temperatures get up quite a bit. So looking at the radar right now, we're going to just look at the radar. You'll see that this is our next storm system that we're going to be dealing with tomorrow, and it could bring some thunderstorms into the area as well. So we're going to go and look at that as well. So this is your low pressure system here, and the storm system that's going to be affecting us tomorrow. You'll see it'll move over the Great Lakes, which is going to bring a trailing cold front through late afternoon, early evening hours, and then high pressure will build in for Sunday and Monday behind it, and cooler temperatures. So let's go take a look at the HRRR model, which you should have enough in right now. 0 is the HRRR, because we need all of that. So you can see some showers early in the morning, and then it'll just be scattered showers, and then maybe a little batch of scattered showers in the afternoon. Very scattered, widely scattered. It's the afternoon that we got to watch out for. Look at what we're seeing here on this map again. Note what you're seeing, and if you've watched these weather updates, you know when you see isobars like this, that V, that means a strong cold front and the possibility for severe thunderstorms. All right, so when you see that, you know that there could be a chance for some severe weather, and you can see it looks like it's got some hefty thunderstorms right around 9 o'clock there, possibly moving over parts of New Jersey into the western parts of Long Island, and then as they get into that marine air, you'd think the sea breeze would weaken them, and it probably would, especially given the time kind of late, the sun has already gone down, but still the potential is there for some thunderstorms, some of which could be severe. Then after that, we're dry, and maybe a little instability. I think it's generating an instability shower on Sunday because we'll have like a little trough that'll come through on Sunday. But that is what the HRRR is putting out for this. All right. And we look at the dew points here, which will show us our airflow. You see it's more southerly now. That'll keep Long Island cooler. We won't see the kind of temperatures we saw today. Jersey will, but we won't with the southerly flow. But you'll note the dew points are up there, and you'll note that front there it is. You notice the wind shifts to the west, and the dew points drop behind that. And then for Sunday, westerly winds and much lower dew points behind that. And it will be somewhat cooler as well. So when we look at the temperatures going into tomorrow, you'll see, look at how warm Jersey will be. That's going to really help get those thunderstorms going. But when they hit this marine air, they may fall apart. Temperatures here will probably only be in the mid-50s or so, whereas Jersey will be in the low 70s. And then the front comes through. Sunday morning, we're down to the mid-40s, but Sunday itself will still be mild. We'll still have temperatures probably 55 to 60 degrees, which is still above normal, just not as much above normal as we've been seeing. And then if we go and we take that a little further and we look at the GFS, into Monday, which is all as far as I'm going to go into this weather update. You'll see temperatures warming up again over Jersey, a little cooler over Long Island. All right, but next week does not look as warm, but we'll talk about that probably Sunday. We got to get through this severe weather, so I want to go look at a few other models in regards to that. Let's go to the NAM 3, which we don't have enough of the 0Z run in. I was hoping we would have some of that in, but we can look at this front for tomorrow. You'll see again those scattered showers, but this is the front. It looks like it does have everything fall apart. It has the scattered showers mainly in the afternoon, right through the afternoon. Then it tapers off, and then it just kind of dissipates those thunderstorms. But I wouldn't be so quick to do that. There's also the FV3, which we can look at as well, which we have some of the 0Z in on that. Not all of it, though. So I'd have to use the there's only one is 12Z. But again, you can see those thunderstorms there. They could pop. One thing I want to look at here, let's go to the Storm Prediction Center and see what they have for any severe weather for tomorrow, because I think they have our area. Yep, it's close to our area. You can see here the slight risk, central Pennsylvania into west interior New York, and then a marginal risk into western parts of New Jersey and the mid-Atlantic, and then a slight risk along the coast to here of the southeast Carolinas. So we'll have to watch this, but this is close enough to watch the potential. There could be some severe weather in there. So let's go look at the skies. Look at the sky forecast. Obviously tomorrow we'll have plenty of clouds. There might be a couple of breaks maybe in the afternoon, but plenty of clouds. And then the front comes through, skies clear out. But then you can see we have this trough that's gonna really bring some more clouds around for Sunday. So Sunday won't be a clear day. Probably Monday is looking like the better day at this point to be a clear day. I think maybe that'll be our next chance for a clear day, perhaps. And if we look at the wind, let's look at the wind here. We have that return flow setting up. We still have a west wind, so we'll have a west wind, but there'll probably be a sea breeze in the afternoon. I can see that. So, but it looks like Monday right now is looking like your better day as far as skies go. So let's look a little more into the severe weather threat. I want to just look over the Ventu sky here, and we're going to look over that. The thunderstorm threat for tomorrow. So let me move this over to the 19th. And you see some Cape level there, too. There's Cape in New Jersey, and we're off to the west here in eastern Pennsylvania. So that's what we're going to have to watch. There is some Cape here. So it's definitely indicating the possibility of severe weather. Now, if we look at the lifted index, that's significant. It's 8 o'clock right there, 5 o'clock. It's mostly over New Jersey because that's where the warmth is. I think when it gets to Long Island, it could just peter out. But hey, we've seen this before where it doesn't. It all depends on the speed of the front. Right now it looks like it's moving slow, and if it's moving slow, it'll give the storms a chance to weaken. But if it's moving faster, then we might see stronger storms. So we're going to have to watch this closely. If we look at the wind gust possibility here, there isn't that much wind, some wind, but not too much wind, so that probably will help. You could see some strong winds, though, with these thunderstorms showing up here. So we're going to have to watch this. And then for Sunday, it's going to be a breezy day, too. Though not to the point of, I don't think we'll need a wind advisory. But the main thing right now is we're watching is the thunderstorms for your Saturday. And again, we look at these thunderstorms. The Cape lifted index here, and you can see it kind of shows where the heat is where the lifted index is high. If we superimpose the temperatures over here, you'll see this is where the warmth is, and it's cooler over here. So tendency of these storms to weaken, but we're going to have to keep an eye on it for you. Generally, though, I think inland is where you're going to have the best bet of storms, probably not for our area. But anyway, that's going to do it for this weather update. Take care, and thanks for watching.